What day is it?
Cruise day.
Cruise day. That was the lamest high five you could ever give me. There we go.
As epic?
Yes. Should we get this on camera? Love. Brayden, we're invited to the Captain's Sail Away party tonight. Wow. We're cruising. Porting. Not yet. We have not left. Brayden, give me a fit check.
Button up.
From?
Old Navy.
Great.
Shorts. Burgundy.
From?
Old Navy.
Shoes?
Birkenstock from Japan.
Oh, I'm gonna zoom in on those. Look at those.
Hat from Puerto Rico.
New favorite hat, that's for sure.
Sunglasses from Shady Rays and Mall of America.
Love. Should I do me?
Those
Gotta flip the camera. Fit check. Dress is from a boutique in Branson, Missouri. No idea what though. And shoes are from Amazon. That was exciting. So what have you thought of the Haven so far?
Too many children.
Too many children. If you think this place is a lot of children, you should see what the main deck looks like.
It's good.
Good.
It's pretty.
Tell everyone what you had for lunch today.
Scallops and lobster bisque.
And his third cup of cappuccino since we've got to Puerto Rico. He's a cappuccino fan guy.
A lot of caffeine.
A lot of caffeine. Needs caffeine. I had the shrimp scampi, which is a 10 out of 10. And a brownie. Brownie's rich. I give it like an 8 out of 10.
It's very rich.
Yeah. I'm not a huge rich person. But what's our butler's name?
Shangla?
He's
Shangli?
from India.
It's a work in progress. We'll call him S.
We'll get it there by the end of the cruise. And our housekeeper's Karen. That's an easy one. We can't forget Karen. Oh my gosh.
Heads up.
I'm so glad I got that on camera.
Pelican.
We literally had
Jesus Christ. It's a drone.
Stop. Rhea was making fun of me because when I said at lunch, I thought a bird was a drone. It was kind of embarrassing. But I'm trying to think. We gotta do a recap of the day. Went to the same breakfast place that we did yesterday. And it was good. Ate a lot, so then we weren't like overly hungry for lunch. Should have done that other way around. Should have been like overly hungry for lunch, and so our food was gonna be free once we got on the ship. But mistakes were made. And then got to the pier, and it was like from the time we stepped off the Uber to getting on the ship had to have been 5 minutes. No more.
It went very fast.
Yeah. We checked in the Haven line, and then they took us. So it's champagne party time now. Haven sail away. Cheers.
This is sophisticated. Ideally right here, double play.
Double play. Ideal.
Get out of this.
Going against the current right now, so little rocky, little windy, but better than being in a blizzard in Iowa, so we'll take it.
Change up. Yep. Oh my god! Yes, I called it. USA, USA, USA.
Good night from the Haven. So this would have been Sunday, March 15th. Yes. Yes, that's when we boarded the cruise. So we got up, went to the lovely breakfast place that I couldn't tell you what it was called.
Oh.
But it was.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was like Waffle House type
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah. I don't remember how much we paid, but
13, 12,
it was very cheap. I mean, you got a cappuccino. I think I even got a smoothie the second day. That was pretty good. And then it was like pancakes, eggs, bacon, enough to fill us up. And it was delicious. We'll be back. Shout out to whatever cafe that was. We have no idea. It's in Isla Verde. That's all I know.
I don't remember a lot of the restaurant names.
No. We came across it by accident the first day. And then you were just like, can we go here tomorrow? And I was like, sure. And then we liked it so much so we went back on Sunday as well. So, went there. We went there a little bit later though, which was like mistake number one that we did that day. Is we probably should ate something smaller because by the time we board the cruise ship, they're like, "Oh, go eat lunch in the Haven." We're like, "We're not hungry." But anyways, checked out of our Airbnb. What'd you rate the Airbnb out of 10? Yeah, I really like the location. Gave it just like 8 points by itself there. Right next to the beach, and it had a private access to the beach, which is pretty sweet. And it was nice. It was secure. Like, you couldn't have, randos could not get into that building. Like, you had to have I don't know how people who like live there got in, but I would assume so. But our Uber drivers, I guess, never had any issues coming in. But yeah, our only beef with it was the AC was like crazy loud. There was a couple times we just turned it off.
It worked.
Oh yeah, it did. We just turned it off. Like the Airbnb people told us to turn it off when we left. When we went out for the day, so we did. And then I don't feel like the apartment or condo, whatever we want to call it, didn't even really get that hot when we were gone. And we just ran it for like an hour when we came back. And then Little Miss needs to sleep with noise. So he was like, okay, you either have to have the AC or the phone with the fan. And so it was the phone with the fan.
So on the couch the first night.
Yeah, he slept on the couch the first night, but that couch was very comfortable, so I don't really blame you, but yeah, that was I don't really have any other complaints with it. Definitely glad that I brought shampoo and conditioner, or else we would have been screwed there. because they didn't have any. I figured they
We
would.
didn't even use like. You could have made. It was a nice kitchen.
Oh yeah, they had all sorts of just like random things in their pantry, spices and stuff. It was nice. They left water bottles. That was pretty nice. We went through all those, and one random can of or bottle of beer for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty nice. But it was the view definitely was where it got all my points.
Mhm.
You can't be looking at the ocean. But yeah, anyways, that morning, boarding the cruise ship, we didn't have to be there until I think 11:30. So it timed out pretty well that we didn't have to check out of our Airbnb till 11. So he slept in for a little bit. I want to go walk on the beach in the morning, and I felt very safe in Puerto Rico in general. So I was like, you sleep in, I'm going to go walk on the beach, and I'll be A-okay. And it was gorgeous. I wish I could do that every day. Love walking on the beach. And I did almost step on a crab, but I did not. But I almost did. And I took a video of the crab, because just chilling.
Is he crabby?
What?
Is he crabby?
Okay. Anyways. He's so funny. Oh yeah, that's when I met the random people from Iowa. Because I made a comment about nice hat, and it was a John Deere hat. And he was like, oh, only someone from the Midwest would say that. And I was like, well, you're not wrong. And yeah, I think they were from Creston, if I remember right.
Yeah.
I think that's where they're from. Either Creston or Sheridan. I don't remember which one now. One of the C's. But yeah, now they're snowbirds, so they were chilling down in Puerto Rico while we were there. Yeah, I let you sleep in for a while. Then I went back upstairs, got your butt out of bed. That's when we went to breakfast, I'm pretty sure. It was after that. Came back, cleaned up the Airbnb. They gave us like a very small list of things to do. Just take out the garbage, take the sheets off the bed. It was nothing crazy. I had read and seen horror stories and videos about getting to the cruise port, just because it was our ship, and I think it was Princess behind us boarding the same day, so you could estimate 10,000 people trying to board a cruise ship at the same time, but we didn't have a problem. I don't know if it was just the time that we got there, if we got lucky, or they finally got the traffic issues figured out, but we pulled right in. And truthfully, from the time we got out of the Uber and onto the cruise ship, had to have been less than 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty seamless process. It was one thing, though, I regret that I will record for the next trip is boarding as a Haven member. Because that's the most seamless process in the whole world. The San Juan cruise port, I feel like it's different than like a Miami cruise port. It's literally, it almost reminds me of like a hangar building, doesn't it?
It was big.
It was just a big open facility. And so you walk in, and these ladies like pointed us towards this direction. And we got in this line, I was like, I think I should have told them that we're in the Haven. And as soon as we're like, I turned around, I was like, oh, we're Haven. They're like, oh yeah, you're in the wrong line, like, go down there. We go in the Haven line, and that, I feel like that set the tone for like the whole cruise. Because they were very welcoming, very friendly, very, like, I think I said the word posh like 20 times during the cruise, because that's how I would describe staying in the Haven. Just feels very posh. But yeah, they gave us a little bit of information right there, and then the fun of being in the Haven began after that. Was we got private escort onto the ship. We didn't wait or anything. Like, I thought that we were gonna have to like sit in a lounge for a little bit, just because I didn't think the ship boarded until like noon, and at this point it was like maybe 11:30, if that. But this lady took us over, got our picture taken, and then took us right on a cruise ship privately. Had a little Haven sign. Again, really wish I ever recorded this, but it was just, I was like in shock at this point still, that we were like, yeah, it happened so fast that I thought we were going to be able to like sit, process, but my camera was like buried in my bag. I didn't have any easy access to it, but noted for the May cruise. I'll have it out, and I will record it this time. But yeah, got onto the cruise ship. One of the perks of being in the Haven is you have your private elevator. So they took us in the private elevator up to the main Haven area, and we got up there. I think we were probably one of the first ones, I would say, on the ship. And right away they were like, "Here's a drink," and I was like, "Don't mind if I do." So we sat and just drank a little bit, and I don't think we had met G at this point. I think G was later, but we started meeting some Haven staff members, which is pretty nice. And the entire cruise, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but they were wonderful. There wasn't a single Haven crew member, whatever you want to call them, that was mean. And by like day 2, most of them knew our names and all of that. So yes, that is for sure. Yeah, we enjoyed a couple drinks, and then where our room was not in the Haven area, it was like where the other guests were, that non-Haven guests, I would say, but they were still Haven rooms. So anyone who's familiar with Norwegian knows, like, there's a Haven section, there's rooms that surround it, but then there's also rooms outside of the Haven. Like, there's some that are at the way back of the ship that face, like, the back. And then we were just on the side of the ship. But our room was ready early just because of being in the Haven. So when checked out the room, it's probably like 1 o'clock at this point. Got everything kind of unpacked. Met Karen. We love Karen. If this ever goes viral someday, I hope Karen's watching this. But we love Karen. She was our favorite. She was our stateroom attendant, aka housekeeper. But she was awesome. We always joke with her. She was so hard on herself. She was like, yeah, she would make towel animals for us every night, and she'd be like, "I'm sorry, they're not that good." And yeah, because she was watching on YouTube, and I was like, "You're putting in effort. Like, that's literally all we care." But yes, we enjoyed them. Well, yes, we hung out a little bit, met our butler as well while we were hanging out in there. We still, to this day, don't really know how to pronounce his name. Shanglai. We admitted we were not crazy about, like, some people were asking for crazy things from their butler, like, cook. Yeah, we literally just asked for ice the entire week. That's all we needed. Oh, and a Ziploc bag, yeah, for some sand, which comes later down the road. But we did not do anything crazy. Like, some lady I talked to in the Haven pool was like, "Oh, we'll ask for cookies at like 10 p.m. All sorts of like random things. We didn't do that. I also just don't know if we knew what butlers would do and don't, because there was one night that I was like, "Oh, just ask our butler to come bring you a drink," but they considered that room service. I don't know. Super weird. So we just didn't really use him that often, but it was not on him. We chose not to use him. Anyways, went back up to the Haven and experienced Haven food for the first time. So good. We had lunch in the Haven restaurant. I know what I had. I had shrimp scampi. I think surf and turf was only for dinner. This is lunch, the first day.
I have no idea.
But it set the tone. Again, Haven food is the best food on that ship. Period. Easily. We ate at 4 specialty restaurants through the week, and we'll chat about those when those get here. But the closest thing that we agree, I feel like Cagney's was pretty close to the Haven food. There were things on Cagney's menu that were also in the Haven restaurant menu.
I went to Shanghai restaurant.
What?
Shanghai restaurant.
Yes, that was good too. But I mean, in general, specialty dining was good. But like, we still were like, Haven food is where it's at. Trying to think after that. Oh, went to the pool after. That's where I went. I think you were there too.
For a little bit.
Yeah. Chilled at the Haven pool, sun deck area for a couple hours. That was pretty relaxing. I did like that area. I would agree with you though. I wish, when I think the new ships in the Norwegian fleet have this now where you can see the ocean. You really can't see the ocean in the Haven pool sun deck area, but I feel like after we saw the Luna just came out, theirs looks entirely different than anything that we experienced, and I think I feel like that's a critique that people probably brought up.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's infinity pools looking over the backs of the ships in the Haven now, and now I'm kind of jealous of that. But after that, what'd we do? Went to the pool. I think by this point we probably had met G. So G was the bartender in the Haven. Epic shit. What we learned about him was that this was his first ever Norwegian contract.
But not his first.
I don't know if it was his first cruise contract, but for sure Norwegian contract.
Yeah.
Which was wild to me, because I figured you'd have to like work your way up to work in the Haven. But as we learned through the week, he knows his stuff. Like, he's a very good chef, very good mixologist is what he called himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all over YouTube for winning all these competitions. But G was awesome. He's in a couple of clips that'll point him out later in the week, but he was awesome. And we met Jesu that night as well. He was the bar waiter, so he still made drinks too, but G was the main bartender. We did remember we walked around the ship quite a bit. We had to go do like our muster station drills, so we found random things that night. That's how we found the ice bar, and we did that later in the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was just a lot of hanging out. I can't really remember anything crazy that we did that first day. It was just chill, hang out, enjoy the ship. Then the Haven had a quote-unquote cocktail sail-away party.
That was on the 17th day.
Yeah, so Haven has a sun deck on the Epic, way on the top floor. But they did a champagne sail-away party. I thought it was going to be a little more lively than it was. It was not very lively at all.
Just families hanging out.
Yeah, just families hanging out. They gave us little snacks, gave us a glass of champagne, and that was about it. But I'll always take a free drink. I will never complain about that.
We only went up there then, and then the last day.
Well, at St. Lucia, we were up there too, because I wanted to take pictures of the rainbow. But anyways, after that was like 5:45, if I remember right. I think at that point, then we went back to the room. Was baseball on that night? I feel like you watched some sports or something that night. And then we went to the Haven restaurant for dinner. That's when you had surf and turf for the first time.
It was good.
First of many times on that cruise.
I really liked it.
Yeah. I had it was like a spinach ravioli. Very good as well. And then he had OMG butterscotch cheesecake.
I ate too much.
And we have like 35 days till our next cruise. Or 35 days till Brayden can have OMG butterscotch cheesecake again. Because that was pretty good. But we have learned, we split it.
Yeah.
We don't need our own, that's for sure. But yeah, had dinner in the Haven restaurant. Why am I blanking on the host name right now? Espy, Esperanza. But she said just call her Espy for short. Loved her. She was one that like knew our names by the second day, but always give the host some credit as well because they remember some very random things about you. Yeah, after Haven dinner, we went to the Welcome Aboard show. Honestly, one of my favorite perks of the Haven was reserve seating at that show.
Yeah.
I was A-okay with not having to stand in line for like 45 minutes before shows, and we could walk in at least. Rodney would like open everything up 10 minutes prior to showtime, but as long as you were there like 15 minutes before, you had a guaranteed seat. pretty sweet. And I feel like the bartenders there as well, bar waiters, made sure that the Haven guests got drinks for the show. Rodney made sure of that as well. Welcome Board Show was cool. They brought out all of the like higher ups on the cruise, which we ended up meeting the next day, but that's the next day problem. And it just kind of gave a glimpse into the shows for the week. So there was like a dancing show, then there was Red, White, and British, I think is what it was called, which is a mixture of singing and dancing. And then there was an Elvis Presley or Beatles show that we did not end up going to, but that was a singing show. But it was kind of a nice little like welcome board. This is well, that's Burn the Floor, which I'll forever be sad about. But I'll talk about that in another video, not this one. Then Vincent, the cruise director, came on and introduced himself. I think he said he'd been doing it for like 12 years or something, which is wild. Like, kudos to him. It's a long time to be working on a cruise ship, but good for you, dude. I think that's really it. Welcome Board Show, like I said, just gave you a glimpse into everything, like show-wise. And then he talked about kind of some features on the ship as well. But that was really a Welcome Board Show. I think after that, it was like 9:30. I think we went to the bar for a little bit and then went to bed.
Probably.
Yeah. Because we had 6 full days of new places to explore coming up, so. Yeah. What was your first impressions of the ship in the Haven?
Nice.
Really? No.
Bougie.
Bougie. I definitely realized very quickly that we were never going to be able to do anything but the Haven ever again.
We're like the only 20-year-olds too.
Yes. It was, I don't even know, like, the demographic of the Haven, like you said, we were definitely the only mid to late 20-year-olds on that ship. Couple, yeah, in the Haven. And then there was families or retired people. There was
or just a married couple that's older.
Yeah, married couple that's older. But we were definitely the only 20s on our own in there. So it was very interesting to hear everyone's backgrounds in the Haven as well. Truly the only reason we did the Haven was I had read the Epic ship. One was the original of the Haven, so they know what they're doing when it comes to that. It was recently redone like the last 5 years, so I knew it was going to be very nice. And that the normal like rooms were very oddly set up. I guess like the bathroom's very different than anything on a cruise ship, and they're very small rooms because of it. And being spring break, I wanted to escape people if we could. And I will say, in general in the Haven, if you wanted to get away from noise, you could in the Haven. It was always, were there times that was it busy? Sure. But it was never like, oh my gosh, my ears are ringing because there's so much noise. So it was always a nice place to resort to just relax, hang out, have a drink. So, yes. Yay. That's all. If you can think of anything else about day one of the cruise.
I think so.
No. The toilet's loud. Like Craig Solberg said it would be. It's very loud. But at least we knew it worked. But yeah, that's all we got. We'll chat about the next day. Okay, bye.